Hi, I'm Jay, and today I'm tying a Grey Wulff Catskill style dry fly. Stay tuned. So, just tied a really nice fly. Y'all missed it because I don't know how to hit the record button. But I'm taking a little bit of a break. I've been tying bucktail jigs, refilling some of my inventory boxes, getting ready. We have another, this coming, we got a week. This week is walleye season is starting. The weekend after that, I'll make my second run to all the bait shops that I sell to. And just to break up some of my monotony, my personal monotony, tying some dry flies today, just filling my fly vest, the box I carry in my vest. And I think this fly, like the Adams, is a do-everything fly. Today I'm tying Grey Wulffs. I'm going to tie a size 12, though anything between maybe 8 to 16 in that size range would be okay. 12 is probably the size that I use the most. It's a do-everything fly, and I kind of say that in the sense that I first fished a Grey Wulff. This is going back 10-15 years, and we were on Painter's Bend on the Beaver Kill. And at that turn, the water's fairly turbulent. It's very rocky. It gets really shallow, and then it flattens out into a larger pool. And I was having trouble, well, two things. I was having trouble seeing the fly. I was trying flies like caddis. I had a moth. I had a great big hopper. Because that's what I had in my box for flies that in the turbulent water I could still see and kind of follow. But earlier in that day, we were catching fish on an Adams, which is one of my all-time favorite dry flies to use, partially because it represents so many different things. So to me, it's just easy, I guess. Maybe I'm just a lazy fisherman. But a buddy of mine, he gave me a Grey Wulff. He said this will be much easier to see. You'll be able to follow it in the current. And sure enough, that was the fly I fished with the rest of the afternoon. We had a great day. Both of us, two of us that were fishing, 20, 25 fish, we had caught in a matter of just a few hours. Had a great. It's probably evening. More than likely, we drove there, left work maybe an hour early, get up to the Catskills about 4 in the afternoon, and fish, into the evening. But that began my love for a Grey Wulff. So that's what we're going to tie today. Like I said, we're doing a number 12, size 12. It's a Dairiki hook. It's a standard dry fly hook that's 1X long, actually. Thread, I'm using an 8/0 uni thread. This is waxed, 8-ounce waxed. I prefer unwaxed. This just happened to be the thread that I still had on my fly bench. I lock the thread on, and then with touching wraps, I walk the thread back to the point of the hook. There we go. Let's get situated. All right. So we lock the thread on back to the point of the hook. I've read some traditional descriptions of this fly, and it says to use woodchuck tail for the tail on this fly. I can't find my woodchuck tail. I know I have some. I have some flies tied with the woodchuck tail, and I prefer it. It's a hideous hair to use, to be honest. It's just ugly, in my opinion. But I think that's what's appealing in tying this fly. But I'm going to use the same material as I'm going to use for the wings. So what I'm actually using is a comparadum hair. Coastal deer is also a good hair to use. You can use the fine tan section from a white doe bucktail. That works well also. But as you can see, the comparadum, it's just a very uniform straight hair, and you could put this through a hair stacker at this point. I'm not. It's because it's pretty close. It's a pretty neat pinch. The length of the tail will be the length of the hook shank past the bend of the hook. Knock this on with some wraps towards the bend of the hook, and then I can take the butt ends, trim them like so, and then with touching wraps I walk the thread back up towards the eye, stopping about a third of the way back. Next I can take I have a medium-sized hair stacker. I could go with a little bit smaller one, but that's the one that I had on this bench. I take my pinch, first remove some of the fuzz and the broken hairs from the butt ends, and into the stacker we go. Here we have our hair all aligned nicely. Again, just remove some of the loose hairs. And the tricky part, I have to switch hands so our tips are facing the eye of the hook. Measure this out again, the length of the body. I can lock these into place. Do not let go of the butt ends at this stage. I want to keep a hold of this so I can get my scissors in here, trim them away. And I always miss one or two. A few wraps in front of the pinch, and then I can walk my thread back towards the tail, stopping at the base and then back up to the wing. There are a couple fibers that are trapped. We will take care of them in a moment. Try to separate the hair fibers equally at this point, so I can use a figure 8 wrap to separate them a little bit more. I could stop at this point and leave them splayed out, but I like to put some wraps around the base of each wing. And then back towards the tail. A couple of these fibers I have trapped, I will just snip them away. Originally, this fly tied by Lee Wulff was tied in hand without a vise. And I think one of the things that is endearing about this fly is how buggy looking it truly is. For the body, gray dubbing is typical. I like to use a natural muskrat. This is the part of the belly, so the hair is a little bit lighter. I have a bag here with also the back side to this, to the muskrat, and it's a lot darker brown. It still has that gray along the bottom of the hair fibers, but not as light as this one. I do like the lighter body. So I just use a tool, just a little rake like so, a little comb, and drag it across the pelt. And as you can see, you get a nice fine dubbing. I enjoy using the natural muskrat. A few reps. First rep towards the bend of the hook, and then I can begin angling it towards the wing. And just a little bit more. There is a little bit of a space behind the wing. At this point, I use a blue dun that fits this size 12. Basically, we want the barbs to extend 1.5 times past the bend of the hook, or I'm sorry, past the point of the hook. I trim it like so. With the top of the feather facing the hook shank. Can lock it into place. Bring my thread to the front of the wing. We're going to get 4 or 5 wraps behind the wings and then 2 or 3 in front. And I'm just moving as I wrap back and forth to help support the deer hair wing. And not trap it. So in the front, 2 good turns. And this last turn I bring it to the front of my bobbin. So as I come around, I can switch hands, pick up my bobbin, begin wrapping everything right into place. There are a few fibers that are trapped in the head. That is just fine. We'll fix them in a second. With a whip finish tool, I can finish this off. I really enjoy fishing any of the Wulff style flies. I appreciate them each time I fish with one. Similar to the Adams in color is probably another reason why I like them. I always found an Adams to be a kind of a do-everything fly as well. There we have it. Finish this off. I'm using just a straight spar varnish. It's not thinned at all. This is straight from the can. You can use any head cement of your choice. Perfect. And there you have it. See it? My hand in the way. Oop. Focusing on my fingers. Hold on. Bear with me. How'd we do? This is just a great fly. Pretty much anything, in my opinion, anything in a blue dun on the waters here in central New York State is going to be a fish catcher. Again, the bulk of this fly makes it very easy to see, especially in turbulent water. And I'm getting old. It's hard for me to see, right? But I really enjoy fishing any of the Wulff style flies that were made popular and created by Lee Wulff here in the Catskills. So if you enjoyed what we did here today, add some comments down below. As always, like and subscribe so you don't miss any new content. Feel free to share any of my videos, as it does help increase awareness for the channel. And go and visit the website. It's fairly new, jworthhandtied.com. Has a lot of nice information, including jigs, flies, and streamers for sale. I'm going to get back to tying some bucktail jigs now. That will do it for us this afternoon. Until next time, guys, keep tying in tight lines.